With the release of Season 2, we got a bunch more new weapons in Black Ops 6, and I recently made a video about pack-a-punching them, so if you're curious to know how those guns work individually, you can go and check that video out. But for today, I want to discuss my favorite guns to pack-a-punch in Black Ops 6 Zombies. There's definitely a lot of weapons, and there's definitely going to be more beyond this list, but I chose just a few of them that I found really awesome to use recently in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I also made another video some time ago with some other guns as well. There might be a couple of guns here and there that are overlapped just because I think that they're really that good, but for the most part, this list is basically a completely new, fresh list. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So one of the newest weapons to be added in Black Ops 6 is the PPSh-41 SMG, and this list would not be complete without mentioning this SMG because it's, well, you know, the iconic SMG. The PPSh-41 is also genuinely a lot of fun to use in Black Ops 6 and in Zombies, and it's a great weapon. It packs a lot of power, and when you actually pack-a-punch it, the firing rate becomes significantly faster. Equip it with an extended magazine, and you've got yourself a great weapon to use, and in my opinion, it might be my new top favorite SMG to use in Zombies. I really used to like using the Jackal PDW because of how fast and powerful it is, but the PPSh-41 is really making me reconsider my favorite. When you pack-a-punch the PPSh-41, the main special ability is that it gets a faster firing rate, and that's what makes it a lot of fun to use. However, it does eat up a lot of ammo at one time, and also, the magazine capacity, even when extended, is a little lower than some of the other weapons in this game, which might make it a bit harder to use at higher levels. However, I still really enjoyed using this SMG in Zombies. Alright, this is a bias maybe from my end, but I recently played using the CRI C on the Tomb, and I absolutely loved this gun when it was pack-a-punched. Even though it doesn't really have any special abilities in the way that other guns on this list might have, I really like the CRI C in general for Zombies, and I think it's genuinely a very accurate, very strong, and very useful weapon to use in the game. The CRI C already has a really good magazine capacity as well as a great standard amount of ammo that you have on you at a time due to its larger drum magazine, so when you pack-a-punch the CRI C, it's obviously just going to be better. I think of all the assault rifles, the CRI C is one that you learn to love in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I mean, it's a really solid weapon in general, so you can't go wrong with this one. There's honestly not really much to say about this other than it's good, which I think is honestly all that matters. Not really, but you get the idea. Even if the ray gun isn't the most powerful weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies, I think we can all agree that it's iconic, and it's basically the first thing that you imagine when you think wonder weapon. There's many wonder weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but the ray gun is the image of wonder weapons. Anyways, the wonder weapons in general are great in their base forms. They're wonder weapons. The ray gun is also really great in its base form as well. However, when it comes to playing through Zombies, pack-a-punching the ray gun makes it a completely insane weapon that is honestly just so much fun to play with because you can just keep blasting zombies over and over with rays, and well, it's great. Honestly, I just love getting the ray gun and pack-a-punching it whenever I happen to get it because it's just a really fun wonder weapon and a fun gun to use in the game. There's not really much else to say about it. It's the ray gun. Pack-a-punching it is just a very good decision to make. You know, when it comes to sniper rifles, they are at quite a disadvantage in Zombies because you have to be pretty precise with your aim, and honestly, when there's a giant horde of zombies just coming at you full speed in all directions, the sniper rifle is a disadvantage for sure. Still though, the LR 7.62 is pretty amazing when it's pack-a-punched because you get explosive style ammo. It's sort of like firing a grenade at zombies that immediately explodes and sends them flying in all directions. Plus, it's just awesome to keep doing over and over, like you have some sort of overpowered Power Rangers type of weapon. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my head. Anyways though, the LR 7.62 has about the same issue that the GS-45 pistol has, which is that critical kills aren't that easy because when you pack-a-punch the GS-45 pistol, it also gets basically explosive ammo, which is really easy to get a lot of zombie kills at a time, especially when they're grouped together, but it's not easy to get critical kills because you might take out a giant horde of zombies all at once, or at least a big grouping of them, and you're not going to get just headshots doing that. So if you're trying to get through the camo grind with critical kills, it's not going to be that easy when you pack-a-punch these weapons, but you can just circumvent the entire thing and throw Molotovs at oil traps and Citadel. If you want to learn how to do that, I talked about it in a recent video about some broken camo grind methods, so go and check that video out for tips on how to do it. It's really easy, honestly. Anyways though, the LR 7.62 is awesome when you pack-a-punch it. It's a lot of fun to use, and it's really just one of my favorite sniper rifles in the game. The Siren 9mm is a lot of fun to use. It's one of the special weapons in Black Ops 6, and it's just really good. It's not the most powerful weapon in the game, I will say, since it does have a smaller magazine size and all that, but what's nice about the Siren is that for some reason, it's the most headshot snapping weapon in this game. On controller, you have aim assist, right? And aim assist in zombies often helps you get the critical kills, but with the Siren 9mm, I feel like you have to fight it almost to like avoid getting a headshot. It's very much an overpowered gun at times, despite its less than ideal mag size, but when you pack-a-punch this gun, it just becomes really fast, really great, and amazing to use. I personally like this one when it's pack-a-punched, and I don't know if I'd say it's the best of all time, but it's good enough to make my list, so you might as well try it, you know? The Tanto .22 is an SMG that I generally have mixed feelings about. It's not that it's a bad SMG or that it's not good to use, it's just that sometimes its slower firing rate makes it a little harder to outgun others in multiplayer, though when you actually can outgun someone else with the Tanto, it's really good for headshots, but thankfully we have nobody but a bunch of angry zombies chasing after us, so we don't need to worry about being outgunned. Anyways though, the Tanto .22 is actually great in zombies because it's great for headshots, and headshots are critical kills, which means more points, and more points is always a good thing. The Tanto .22 is also really awesome in general, and when it's pack-a-punched, it becomes really cool. The firing rate in general, even if you have rapid fire for your fire mods, is still pretty slow compared to some of the other SMGs, but once you pack-a-punch the Tanto .22, it becomes significantly faster and the fire rate is amazing. It's almost like an assault rifle. However, the one downside to this is just the mag capacity, so be wary of the fact that you'll have to reload more often than not with a smaller SMG like this. The ASG-89 is a pretty overpowered shotgun, so much so that it's made my second list now, but it's mostly at close range. For long distance shots, it's not the most effective weapon in Black Ops 6, but one of the nice things about the ASG-89 is that it's still really strong and you don't really need to shoot like more than twice to get a zombie down, especially if you're not getting a critical kill. Now it's definitely going to be better with attachments, that's a given, but one thing about the ASG-89 is that it becomes a monstrosity when it's pack-a-punched because the firing rate becomes insanely fast, the bullet spread is much wider, and you can just keep blasting zombies over and over without stopping. Well, you do need to reload eventually, but you get the idea. Whatever it may be, the ASG-89 is an awesome shotgun to pack-a-punch, and I think personally that it's a better choice out of the other shotguns because the others just aren't as good. I mean, I don't need to tell you that the Maelstrom is not that great, and the Marine, although it's a good shotgun, don't get me wrong, it's really nice to use and it is really strong, the ASG-89 just is stronger. The Compact 92 SMG is a fast SMG, and it's definitely one of the ones that already in its base form has a very powerful firing rate, but the problem with the Compact 92 is that its recoil is much higher than some of the other SMGs. However, this SMG is a lot of fun to use in zombies and it's fast, nailing headshots quickly, and also is good for reloading quickly because nobody wants to be cornered in zombies. You know, that's the best way to have to use your self-revive if you're in solo. The Compact 92 is also very good to pack-a-punch, but you definitely need to tailor the attachments for this SMG correctly because genuinely when your attachments aren't so good, this gun feels terrible, I'm not gonna lie. But if you have rapid fire on it, well, you're in luck because it's already fast, so now just make it faster and see how insane this thing gets when it's pack-a-punch. Just trust me on this one. It's a really good weapon to pack-a-punch. It feels almost like you're shooting laser beams. I don't like the GPR-91 in multiplayer, and because of that, I feel like I never gave this one a fair chance in zombies, but I was wrong. I should have given it a fair chance because this thing is just amazing in Black Ops 6 Zombies. The GPR-91 is not my favorite because it's just not that great when stacked against other ARs, but thankfully the zombies in this game don't usually come equipped with guns, unless they're manglers, but those guys don't have guns either. They have mangler cannons, which don't count in my book because I can make those sorts of rules. Anyways though, back to the topic. The GPR-91 is solid without being pack-a-punched, but pack-a-punching it just makes an already great weapon in zombies even better, so it's a natural course of action to just pack-a-punch it. Also, the GPR is really fun to use in zombies, it's great for headshots, it's fast enough to get those zombie kills in, and you don't really need to worry about reloading super often, though its magazine capacity is a little bit smaller than some of the other ARs in this game, but even though that's the case, you can still kind of excuse it because the GPR-91 is super great for getting critical kills, and it's great for getting kills in faster. The new LMG in Black Ops 6 is my favorite LMG in the game now, and it's genuinely one of the strongest LMGs out there. I personally am very biased towards the Fang 82 LMG, and I think it's one of the best guns to be added to Black Ops 6 since the game actually launched. I know a lot of people don't like this one. I saw people online saying that they hate it. I'm not in that party. The firing rate is definitely a bit slow, I will say, but the power on each bullet is much much better than the other LMGs, and also the Fang is significantly more lightweight compared to the other LMGs, making it more ideal for running around from zombies. I'm not a fan of LMGs in Black Ops 6, and I don't recall ever really being a fan of LMGs in any Call of Duty I've played, but the Fang 82 is an exception because it feels like it's a cross between ARs and LMGs in a way that's actually beneficial in the game and functions well. When Pack-a-Punched, it doesn't really have a unique special ability like explosive ammo or whatever, but it's just a powerful gun, so imagine making it even more powerful. It's a great choice for dealing with lots of zombies, and I think that of all the LMGs, this one is my favorite to Pack-a-Punch so far. So I'll wrap things up there. Those were 10 of my favorite weapons to Pack-a-Punch in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Of course, there's a lot of honorable mentions that I could go through. You can watch my other video I made some time ago about my favorite weapons to Pack-a-Punch in Black Ops 6 Zombies as well. There is like very minor overlap between the two lists, but for the most part, there is more ARs in that video than in this one. I really like these guns. I think it's a lot of fun to Pack-a-Punch them, and I think that you'll enjoy Pack-a-Punching them as well. Some of these after a certain round might not be as helpful as others. Definitely the ones with higher magazine capacities, more bullets, those sorts of things, that's going to be more beneficial for you at a higher level. But anyways, I do think that these 10 are still solid. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications set to all so you can stay up to date with all the latest content. Share this video and comment below which of these 10 is your favorite to Pack-a-Punch in this game, or maybe if you have another gun that you really enjoy Pack-a-Punching, leave a comment below about that as well. And that's all for today, folks.
Get us out. Roger that. Bird headed your way.